Hello, I'm Pam Hoffman, Everyday Spacer.
I'm Jeff Miller, 2049 Outfitters.
At Everyday Spacer, we show regular folks how to personally and directly participate in space exploration, science, and astronomy. We're here on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Pacific Time, 12 midnight Eastern Time, and 5 a.m. on Saturday in London, England. We're broadcasting live from Thousand Oaks, California. Real quick, thanks to all of our subscribers, and over 80% of our viewers have not subscribed. Actually, it's higher right now. So if you watch 2 or more episodes, please consider subscribing. And you have some cybersecurity news, right?
Nothing really earth-shattering, but if anyone out there uses the Foxit PDF reader, then definitely update it. There are some, they fixed some security flaws in Foxit, and you don't even have to be running Foxit to be vulnerable if it's on your computer.
Wow.
Basically, because a bad thing can call up routines in Foxit to run bad code through them.
Okay.
So, and that's common for most pieces of software that have a vulnerability, because Foxit is designed to take stuff from the web and show it.
Okay.
It's a PDF reader.
Yes.
So it takes downloads and shows them. And if you craft a PDF specifically wrong in the right way, it breaks Foxit and allows you to do things that Foxit shouldn't allow it to do.
Far out.
One of the most common is it's a range error, where it's expecting a string like this long, and you give it something this long, and the bit out here on this end is code that just happens to be stored in just the right spot for another routine in Foxit to run it and do something with it. So that's how a lot of the things happen. So
okay.
If you have Foxit, definitely.
And it's a PDF reader.
Yeah, it's a PDF reader.
But not everybody uses Foxit for that.
I actually like it myself. And so when I saw that, I thought, well, for one thing, I updated my own.
Yeah.
But I said, okay, if anyone else has it, do that.
Yeah, and we got some comments. Hey.
Yeah. Hey, Janie.
Happy first Friday of autumn. Thanks.
Yes.
Nice to see you. Hey, Don.
Hi, Don.
Welcome. We're so glad you're both here. Go ahead.
Okay. Tonight's episode is Wild and Crazy Science. And I thought about doing the voice, the voice from Saturday Night Live, but I didn't. So I could have called it Weird Science too, but then we'd have to run some.
No, I did it on purpose. Yeah. Wild and Crazy Science.
So we'll be back in 8.3 seconds. Want to wow your friends with some wild and crazy science facts, experiments, and demos? Buckle up for some unlikely real science.
Unlikely yet real.
Oh, yet real. Yes. Yes, there's a word yet in there.
Yep.
How abominable.
You gonna do the next part?
Because, Yeti's abominable.
You gonna do the next part?
Sure. Pam, what did you find out that's wild and crazy out there?
Okay.
As opposed to in here.
We've got another comment I see. Let's say hello to Cliff.
Yeah.
On a wet Saturday. Oh, imagine that.
Hey,
we're glad you're here, though.
Could you ship some of that over here? California could use some rain.
Always. Yeah. Yesterday, actually, my friend in Canada, I told her about the bananas. You'll see in a minute. And the video I'm sharing soon, she thinks that she can also share it with her students. So that was really fun. I want to start first with Anton, who recently released this video. Bizarre and hilarious studies that won the Ig Nobel. Yes, please. There it is. Thank you. Bizarre and hilarious studies that won the Ig Nobel Prize in 2024. And he said one is mind-blowing. So, yeah, definitely check that out. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about this video. We got about halfway through it. It's 50 weird facts, well, I say mind-blowing facts down here, you won't believe. Well, I have a problem with a couple of them, but these are the 50. And it's the timestamp. You'll see it at the bottom of this video below this. But I kind of want to just point out a few. They say bananas are berries, and we've been to enough botanical gardens to realize that they are actually herbs. But
Well,
strawberries aren't
well,
berries.
the plant is an herb because of the way it grows.
Ah.
But since it has seeds inside the fruit,
I thought they said the bananas were berries.
they did. But since
I mean, sorry, herbs.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm reading stuff here. Anyway, but I think some of these we knew. There's enough DNA in the human body to stretch to the sun and back.
fact 5 kind of got me. Sharks are older than trees. Basically, sharks have been around longer than
Yep.
tall hardwood trees.
Yep. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of different things. That's kind of weird. Wombat poop is cube shape. And they just go on and on. There's a whole bunch of them in here. It's a fun video, and none of them are real long. So if you just want to watch a few at a time, that'd be easy enough to do. Let me grab that link for you. I'll put it in the chat. And when I do it this way, it should be a clickable link. Let me get over there. All right. There you go. So yeah, just a quick rundown. This stuff about your nose. Yes, sharks can detect blood in the water. I think a lot of these we heard about.
Yeah, a lot of these aren't really news to those of us who are into science,
right?
But a lot of it is news to a lot of people.
That's kind of fun. The Empire State Building has its own zip code. I don't know if that's like a science fact, but it was sure interesting.
Yeah. Oh, Cliff. Oh, I bought a new.
Oh, of course you did.
From Dave 2 days ago. Yes, it's raining.
Haven't even got it yet. Oh, that's a record, man. Okay, so when you do a search on this kind of thing, and I forget what inspired me, but I saw something and I'm like, oh, that'd be a great topic for an episode of our show, Wild and Crazy Science. So you find articles like this, 40 weird science facts worth knowing in 2024. And I'm going to do this Avada Kedavra because there's a lot of ads in this thing. And it's a little bit easier to read when it's a little bit more like this. Yeah, we learned a lot of science in school, but sometimes it's not quite right either. So I think we'll see that later. But when you mix baking soda and vinegar, it creates a volcano. Carnations change color when, what is this, the mitochondria? Oh, okay. Mitochondria powers a cell. Yep. Really good stuff. And then there's some weird things. Human bodies can glow. Here's the picture. One of the nice things about the previous version of this is the pictures are really nice and big. So it's kind of harder to see the pictures in this version, but I'm okay with that. Your stomach can dissolve razor blades. Well, there's hydrochloric acid in it, so yeah. I don't recommend swallowing razor blades, though. Clouds, they're heavy, even though they don't look very heavy. It's basically just water vapor. So that makes
sense. That's an awful lot of water vapor.
Yeah, upwards of 1 million pounds, though. That was kind of surprising. Your eyes are better than any camera. In fact, 20 or 30 megapixels of camera when your eyes are pretty much at 576. Pretty cool. They say you lose bones as you grow, but I think your bones just grow together.
Right, but they count separate bones, so you lose bones because they grow together.
Yeah.
So 2 bones are now 1 bone.
Yeah, they merge after you're born. Mm-hmm. And I think, I don't know when they do which things.
Just over, basically, by the time you're a full adult, most of the merging is
right. J and Q, no J and Q in the 118 elements. So if you need to spell your name, sorry, can't do it if you're a Jessica, a John, or Jeff. Quentin, or Jeff. Sorry. This was kind of different. We eat less than you think. I think it's just, here it is for the 12 plant species and 5 animal species. Everything comes from just about those couple of different things. Oh, they're talking about natural gas in the when it comes out of your stove or.
Yeah. They add a chemical so that you can tell that there's a leak. Yeah.
Yep. Smells like rotten eggs. I thought this was interesting. Oxygen isn't colorless, and they had a picture of it. And this is when it's reduced down by chilling it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool it to when it becomes a liquid or freezes. It's a nice blue. Oh, and then we know, I think a lot of us heard about the raining diamonds.
Yeah.
On certain planets, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw another comment. You want to pull that up?
Sure. Jars of honey were found inside, pyramids over 5,000 years old and still good. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in the mix here too.
Yeah. Oh, and the raining diamonds, because we talked about not too long ago, maybe a couple months, when just doing a survey of science facts, that Mercury actually has a layer, miles thick layer full of diamonds.
That's right. You're right. Yeah, here's the thing about it. If you go to get those, then they're just rocks because there's so many of them.
Well, and you have to get there and get back.
Yeah.
So by the time you get back, it's not really worth it. Besides, if you want more diamonds, just go to one of the vaults that De Beers has, so that they can keep, where they store most of them, so that they can keep the price up.
Yeah. So I thought this was kind of fun, and we've been learning that kind of lately, that you have an awful lot of bacteria in your body, and a lot of it's really good for you. And it just brings to mind the scene from, what's that movie you like so much? Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, the guy who falls apart. My bugs, my beautiful bugs. The baddie, the big baddie.
Yeah.
Most of the universe is invisible.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they're talking about dark matter, which is the current
matter.
The current leading theory about why
the mass anomaly.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was kind of interesting too, and I don't know if I'd say you can trap a laser, although it appears that way. It follows the water in this leak from this jar, this bottle that they show you. It gets trapped within the stream. I think it just refracts back and forth through the stream.
It's like a fiber optic cable.
Yeah, they mentioned fiber optic in some of these too, because some of these show up again and again. Phobias can be genetic. I did not know that. For a person who wants to go out to space, I have a little phobia.
Yep.
It's claustrophobia.
Yeah.
We'll get another comment.
That's why babies are made of rubber.
What?
Well, it seems like it. I think it's the merging of the bones.
Yeah. Well, I think that's part of why their bones are, they're soft, first of all, but then they have a whole bunch of them.
So that they don't break all their bones being born, for one thing.
Yeah.
And then for another thing, they bounce pretty darn good.
Yeah, they do. This was new to me. Rats tickle or laugh when you tickle them. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's ultrasonic, so you can't hear them.
Yes, right. Camels can change their blood. This is a wild one. Yeah, they dehydrate without changing their blood viscosity, allowing them to function normally. There's a lot of different things about camels. We should do an episode on camels someday.
Okay.
They're kind of fascinating creatures to me. Komodo dragons, I guess they can do their own.
Parthenogenesis, yeah.
Parthenogenesis. Now,
yeah. Well,
I don't really know what that one is.
Do it too. Basically, they
switch so they can mate. Or?
No.
No.
Their eggs themselves have the nucleus can divide. They don't. They don't split off the bit with the other half of the DNA. So they've got both sets of DNA in the egg, and so it just starts dividing.
Wow. In
fact, the possibility is that animals were like that before they had two separate sexes.
Oh. Okay.
They don't know, but that's one of the theories.
Interesting. There's a jellyfish that is kind of nasty. The box jellyfish.
Yeah.
Pretty
Cliff
much
probably knows about that one.
Yeah, Australian waters. It triggers this Irukandji syndrome, causes you to feel a growing sense of dread that can become so dramatic people have begged doctors to put them out of their misery. I think some of these can kill you too. Some of the venom is so strong it can kill you.
Well, you can get a heart attack from it just from how much it hurts. Yeah, Cliff. Yeah, I get it. Just by seeing when the your response for the babies. Yeah. So just make your comments. We'll try to figure out what you're commenting to, or maybe give us a hint in the comment too.
And hey, good practice for space travel because it'll take time.
Yeah.
I think this is a very hard picture to see, but over in the previous version of this, it's a little bit more clear and bigger. Cats are into physics. This was fascinating to me. Cats are usually into catnip and laser pointers, but one in the 70s started to dabble in physics. Jack H. Hetherington was writing a paper in 1975 when he realized he had written the entire thing in the plural despite being the only author. Rather than going back to edit the whole piece, he simply added a second author, F.D.C. Willard, otherwise known as his cat, Chester. Chester has co-authored papers for decades. Oh, there it is. Honey never goes bad. Well, I think it rarely goes bad. I mean,
yeah,
it's just super concentrated. It's very dense. It's high sugars. Yeah, and there it is. More than 5,000 years old.
And it's antibacterial and antifungus too.
Antibacterial, right. So, it never goes bad. And it's not the only one that never goes bad, really. There are a number of ones out there. Somewhere I saw 20 different foods. Yeah, this one was weird. Oh, I see. Infrared cameras. Polar bears are naturally invisible to infrared cameras. Basically, their fur is so thick that you just don't see the heat from their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Scientists are actually analyzing polar bear fur to help create a fabric that is invisible to infrared. Interesting. We kind of heard about this too not too long ago. Animals can navigate via magnetism. Like, I guess that's the migrating birds thing, and maybe even some of the other animals that migrate.
Well, they mentioned some other animals here, but
sharks.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all for sharks, because they're electrosensitive. I mean,
yeah,
it's one of the ways they hunt.
Oh, got it. Yeah, I kind of just wonder when. Well, I guess it's the sun that the poles flip, but I think our poles sometimes flip too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and this is kind of interesting. It was a little bit of surprise to me. Though, I knew about the one, a semi-solid. There are way more than 3 states of matter. We all know about solid, liquid, and gas. We might even know about plasma, but it turns out it's a little more complicated. We've learned many others. And some of these links go to some interesting places. And I actually pulled up one of them I really liked over here. Maybe it's for this one, though. We'll see what happens. But yeah, let's just take a look real quick since we're here.
And while you're doing that, Cliff says, somehow I can see myself. I can't see myself tickling a rat.
Well, you never know. So they're talking about quark matter, time crystals, and superionic ice. Yeah, they don't even mention semi-solid. That's the cornstarch, liquid cornstarch, where it can be liquid and states of matter, definition of phases. So these go to other links that you can really, you want to get into a rabbit hole. Okay, stuff. I guess stuff is one of the states of matter. Anything that takes up space and has mass is matter, but that phrase is actually outdated, as there are more states of matter than that. For occur naturally, whether those are only made fleetingly in the lab. Okay, that's what's going on here.
Oh, Cliff. Oh, hell, don't get stung by your ganji. Scar you for life if you survive. That's the box jellyfish, I think.
Okay, so you can die from that. They didn't really say that in there, but all right, let me go back to this one here, because most of these you'll see do have a link, and you can definitely check into more of those. You can travel 8 continents. Now, we've kind of known about 7 for a long time, but this, Zealandia is kind of new. Apparently, New Zealand is mostly, Zealandia is mostly submerged, and New Zealand is like the mountain part of
it's one of the few bits of it that are above the surface of the water.
93% of it is underwater. Now this one blew me away. More trees on Earth than stars in the galaxy? How so? Well, apparently we've estimated that there are I used to hear 100, but now they're saying 400 billion stars in the Milky Way, which
they just they keep finding small stars that they couldn't see before, so that's changed the upper bound.
Ah, okay, I see. However, there's possibly some 3 trillion trees on Earth. Okay, and I've actually seen other numbers that were even higher, which is like incredibly higher, but like how? What? Well, no one's really counted them all, so we don't know. But if there's an estimated 3 trillion trees on Earth, yeah, that's a lot more than the stars in the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
The moon smells like gunpowder.
Yep.
I've actually read some books about what space smells like, what the moon smells like, and because I guess when they came back into the lunar module, they kind of
they had the dust all over them.
Yeah, so they could kind of smell it. I've heard burnt steak as one of the descriptions,
yep.
But apparently they're saying gunpowder for this one. Yep, more links. Sharks are older than Saturn's rings. And they'll probably be around long after Saturn's rings are gone because I guess they're sort of evaporating. They're kind of getting blown away. But yeah, sharks have been around for a long time. They are a very old creature, 400 to 450 million years. And
now that's a sign of a very successful animal design.
Yep, that design is very successful. Like cats keep coming back. That's a good.
Well, saber-toothed cats keep coming back. Whenever there's something, whenever the prey is big and has thick skin, saber-tooths come back.
Ah, oh, they're also older than the North Star. I didn't read that the first time. Only 70 million years ago. Lab rats are bizarrely similar to humans. About 90% genetically similar, and that's why they use them in the labs for testing.
And they're designed to get cancer.
Yeah. Ticks can make you allergic to meat and dairy. This was a new one to me. If you get a tick bite, you can, I think it's temporary. Yeah, symptoms are temporary, but severe. You could go into anaphylactic shock. Yay. Oh, this was pretty fun because, they got a video, and this is the Mythbusters testing out this one. Banana peels are scientifically slippery. They, when you kind of squish them, they secrete this mucus-like fluid that in fact will give you a chance to slip on them. Neurodivergent people yawn less. So if you're, let's see what do they say? Difficulty with social interactions, less likely to yawn if other people do. People with anxiety and autism fall under this umbrella as well. Did we get another comment?
Yeah, from Cliff. The stingers. And there are many more types that are seasonal.
Oh.
The skin like third degree burns.
Yikes.
Yep.
This was a kind of wild and crazy one. Your pets might be allergic to you? I've heard the other way around, but 50% of dogs with allergies are allergic to human dander. And only 30% of the antihistamines are effective for them.
Well, I wonder then if you can breed humans that dogs aren't allergic to, maybe like breed them with poodles.
Oh boy.
Like hypoallergenic humans.
Moving on. Some animals are technically immortal. So, all right, let's look at this for a minute, because some of these jellyfish, and I'm not even going to try and say that, are practically immortal because when they get sick or injured or age, they revert to their previous life stage, which is the polyp. And apparently the American lobster can continuously regenerate because of the telomeres in its organs. Did I see another?
Yeah. He says the next North Star will be Vega.
Vega?
Yeah.
Vega? Wow. It seems...
Well, lobsters can live until basically their shell gets too heavy and thick to mold.
Ah.
And then they die. Basically, then they die from being choked off by their shell. But but if it weren't for that, and there's thought that if you crack the shell off of them when they're ready to molt, that they can live even longer. But,
wow. Oh, Janie has a comment too.
An entomologist was on local TV with the effects of the Lone Star tick and created an allergy to meat. Yeah.
That sounds pretty not happy.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen this one before. Didn't they talk about bacteria versus
Yeah.
more than human?
Yeah.
But like again, a lot of these are very beneficial to you, so don't sweat it too much, and then you can say my bugs, my beautiful bugs.
Yeah, because if you didn't have bacteria in your gut, you wouldn't be able to digest stuff.
No.
If you didn't have it on your skin, you'd be vulnerable to fungal infections.
Mm.
And technically, your white blood cells are bacteria.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
All right. Mosquitoes have favorite colors, so maybe you want to avoid black, red, orange, aqua. I think they look for like the heat signatures too, don't
Yeah.
they? Don't they see an infrared or something?
Yeah.
Because I know one thing: when we're out, Jeff will get the mosquitoes, and I won't even notice. And I just think you're hotter, honey.
Well, everyone who meets me knows that.
Right. Caterpillars' brains melt, but their memories remain. Can you imagine your whole body just liquefying in the cocoon as you're changing from a caterpillar to a butterfly? Well, apparently, yeah. They associated nail polish with a remover with an electric shock, and afterwards they actually remembered this. Fully grown moths dislike the smell, meaning they remember their larval experiences despite briefly being brainless globs of mush during metamorphosis. Far out. So, you might be having a bad day, but you're not turning into mush, folks.
We watched we recently watched an old 1970s movie, The Incredible Melting Man.
Right.
Yeah. That just made me think of that.
All right. So, deja vu, basically just your brain fighting with itself, apparently.
Yeah.
There are countless weird science facts about the brain because it's so mysterious. Deja vu isn't a memory error, contrary to popular belief. In reality, it happens when the temporal lobe, that's the front one, right, mistakenly tells the frontal lobe. No, the frontal lobe is the front, right? Yeah. Temporal's about time, apparently. I don't know where it is. In the back somewhere?
I think somewhere in the middle.
The middle?
Because vision is in the back.
Okay. So the decision-making parts of your brain, you're living through a familiar experience. The frontal lobe, the frontal regions fact check it and call it out to keep you from misremembering.
Yeah, because a good chunk of your brain is actually spent predicting what'll happen next.
Right.
And so that things are already calculated for you. They do that with computers now.
Oh, do we get another comment?
Yeah. My dad used to say that mosquitoes like sweet meat. They always pick on me, and the recent tiny ones bite off. And
oh, sorry, Janie.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to be sweet, that's cool.
Yeah. Earth's precession takes some 28,000 years.
Right. Yep. Oh, Janie again, right?
Yeah.
Temporal lobe, side of the head. Okay, thanks, Janie.
Yep.
Oh, I love you for that. Having people here help us, that's amazing. So a manhole cover was one of the fastest things at one point.
That's not what I wanted to do.
There we are. Apparently, they used it as this underground nuclear testing in 1957, and it traveled approximately 125,000 miles per hour. However, there has been the Parker Solar Probe, which used Venus gravity to slingshot it to a little higher, 397.
That's over double.
1,736 miles per hour.
That's almost triple.
It held the record for the fastest human-made object. Yep. So once upon a time, it was a manhole cover. Now it's the Parker Solar Probe. Fastest thing. You become a new person every decade or so as your cells age or become damaged. I think it's like 7 years for most things. They replicate to replace themselves. The guts get replaced every few weeks. That makes sense. The ones in your liver and bones take roughly 10 years. And I think the brain eventually does too, but it takes a while. Mm-hmm. You're technically a new person every decade or so. Have you ever heard of the ship of Theseus?
Yeah.
That's basically what happens to your body. What is that ship of Theseus?
They slowly replaced every single board in it. And then the question was, is it the same ship?
Okay, got it. Yes, I suppose you could debate that. Either way, pink is an imaginary color. No, pink is a good color. There is no pink wavelength. Oh, I see. It's actually made of 2 wavelengths, red and purple. On the visible spectrum, those colors are on opposite ends. In reality, their middle point should be somewhere in the green range. However, your brain fills in the gap between wavelengths by creating pink. So your pink is all in your head.
Yeah, that's what I've always said.
Which is weird. Science fact is your favorite. There's a lot of good ones in there. All right, and so we go on to another site. They're actually saying these things that you didn't. This was the one that you didn't learn in high school because sometimes they have to simplify things. This is another one I'm going to do. Avada Kedavra. Let's get rid of those ads. Kill those things.
Janie.
Love pink. Yes.
Maybe that's why mosquitoes are attracted to you, Janie.
So, yeah, like I said, some of these things, they either simplify because you're a kid or... Well, and then we learn things. We keep learning things. So, yeah.
What drove me nuts, I think it was chemistry. They told us one thing. They taught us one thing in the first week. And then the second week was how that was wrong because of this other thing. The third week was how the second week was wrong. And it's like, oh, for crying out loud. Yes, I can see just going, okay, here are all of the wrong things, but why teach it as if it's fact?
Well, I think that one of the things about science is that, like, for a very, very long time, everybody thought that everything revolved around the earth, right? So, but the idea
for the ancient Greeks before that.
Okay, yeah, I know. But at some point, you get a new set of facts, and then you have to sit there and go, oh, no, this was wrong. So I think what they did for you was a great service, because you had to sit there and go, oh, well, now we have new facts, and that stuff we knew before is wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I like that idea. All right, so let's see. Oh, in no particular order, here's some mind-bending, incredible facts that we didn't learn in high school.
Yeah, if you want to learn how what everything we knew was wrong, go find James Burke's. Let's see.
What is it? The day the Earth changed.
The day the universe changed. Yeah, the day the universe changed.
Anything James Burke does is very, very good. He's got a new series even.
Yeah.
So Connections, New Connections.
Yeah.
They're all really, really good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see.
You can find some of it on YouTube. So, yeah, look that up. Huh, that might be a show topic.
Yeah. Water can boil and freeze at the same time, which was weird to me. I guess it's this thing called triple point, and he's got a bunch of links as well. So you can go ahead and check it out. When the temperature and pressure is just right for the 3 phases, gas, liquid, and solid, then they can coexist in thermodynamic equilibrium. Oh, this video shows. Ooh, I did not look at that video. I looked at a different video. It's the next one over here, so we'll see that shortly. I won't run these, but I want you to know about them. I guess it's an experiment. Let's see if we can quickly just tap into it. Oh, it's very short. It's a minute. Let's run it.
Very exciting video.
So far.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, they're sucking the air out of it. That's what's happening. They're changing the pressure in there.
It's the whole thing. Just going. Oh.
Cyclohexane. This is actually not even water, right?
Right.
At the triple point. So other things can have a triple point as well.
I was about to say, I think the whole thing's solid, and now it's...
Oh, that is strange.
Yeah. It's just, you can do it with water, but the temperatures and pressures are way out of bounds for water.
Oh, I see. Okay. And Dawn has a comment?
First Cliff.
Okay.
Yeah, someone goofed on the force of a nuclear explosion. It was a cover of a shaft that they detonated a bomb when they had detonated a bomb underground. That should be heavy enough. Not, yes, it was supposed to contain the bomb, and boom.
Oh boy.
They basically tiddlywinked it out into space.
So Dawn has.
The one that gets me is the thing everyone said, we don't use 90% of our brain. And then we invented the MRI.
Yeah. So that is actually pretty fascinating to me. I hadn't seen that before, so I'm really glad we're doing this. Boil, freeze, and gas, apparently. Gas,
Yeah.
liquid, and solid.
Yep.
Nice. There's the lasers can get trapped in a waterfall. That's a really good video, that one.
Yeah. But, you know, that's just basically they're using the water like a fiber optic.
Yeah.
So.
But it is interesting to see that bends with the water that's leaking out of the bottle.
Yeah.
All right. So I thought this was kind of cool. If you're on a 747 at 555 miles per hour, that's how the one on the left over here will look to you out the window. If you're in a Blackbird at Mach 3.5 or 2,700 miles per hour, this is the middle one. And if you're on New Horizons, 36,000 miles per hour, that's how it's going to look outside your window of an airplane that you might be sitting on at that speed.
If it was going through the atmosphere and didn't burn up. But yeah.
I just think that's pretty cool.
Yep.
We all know rockets are fast and space is big, but sometimes when we're talking about how long it takes to get to distant parts of the solar system, 8 months to get to Mars, you can feel like our spacecraft are just crawling along. The GIF shows just how wrong that idea is by comparing the speed of the New Horizons probe, which flew past Pluto last year, well, a while ago now, to a 747 and an SR-71 Blackbird. Cool. Oh, this is kind of fun. An egg looks like a crazy jellyfish underwater. It does. A cracked egg on land might make a mess, but at 18 meters or 60 feet below the surface of the ocean, the pressure on the egg is 2.8 times the atmospheric pressure, and it holds it all together like an invisible eggshell. Oh, and this is the video I pulled up.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Pythagoras' theorem is provable with this demonstration.
I saw that in junior high.
Did you?
Yeah, the Toronto Science Museum had that, and we went up there. So
got it. So this has been around for a while. It's just showing you how these. Well, and the theorem is, and I think they have that. I think they have that over here. Yeah, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So that means that this and this, these two on the top, are equal to this third one on the bottom.
Right. Basically, because those squares are the square of that length on the triangle. Yeah. So if you take that length and square it, and then add them together, it equals the square of the hypotenuse, which is yeah.
So I think it's a really cool demo. If you wanted to show somebody that, let me grab that. I'll grab that video for you. And
why not just grab that one, because they can get to that video from here. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can get all of them. Cool. Okay. Let's see where our thing go. All right, there you go. And they demonstrate a black hole, well, as a model, I'm sure, black hole swallowing a star. And I guess a lot of this gets ejected. I think that's what this is about. As the star gets sucked up in the black hole, a huge jet of plasma is burped out, spanning hundreds of light years. When the star is ripped apart by the gravitational forces of the black hole, some parts of the star's remains falls into the black hole, while the rest is ejected at high speeds. So yeah, it's falling in and getting blown out. Oh, so this is more like the jet, right? That's one here. Very cool. You can see without your glasses. You just need a pinhole. You can actually do that with your hand. Yep. And this is kind of a wild GIF. It's how a face forms in the womb. This guy did an experiment. He popped the knuckles of one hand for 60 years, but not the other one, and couldn't really tell the difference. A single solar flare can release the equivalent energy of millions of 100 megaton atomic bombs. We should be able to harness that somehow. And they're happening all the time.
It's called a solar panel.
Yes. Cats always land on their feet. I think there's a video of that somewhere. It might be. Is it over here? Yeah, there it is. And this is a demonstration of that.
Well, they don't always land on their feet.
No, not always, but it's gonna be an ad. Shoot.
At Training Academy, we
Go
show
away.
you how to follow Wall Street's footsteps.
There it goes.
Hey, it's me, Destin. Welcome back to Smarter Every Day. So you've probably observed that cats almost always land on their feet.
And I think Smarter Every Day is a pretty good YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And he just goes into explaining how it does. They basically twist their bodies.
And use their tail as a,
Yes,
as a
right. The
counterbalance.
tail. Right. So, yeah, that's going to be in that. I gave that link for this whole page, so you can find that under
And
number 11.
And they also use, stretching out the arms. You know how like skaters spin faster when they pull their arms in. They actually move their legs out when they don't want that portion to rotate and pull them in. So one half will rotate. They'll put their legs out, and then they'll pull their legs in on the other half and rotate that.
That's clever. Oh, and we actually watched this video by Mark Rober. You can survive a grenade better on land than underwater. Basically because you have air in your lungs. Isn't that something?
And
But this
the
is
water
excellent.
doesn't compress, but the
air does. Mark Rober, he did the glitter bombs, you may recall. But they have a really great demonstration of this. Balloons underwater, what happens to your lungs if there's an explosion near you, and also how to survive if there is one near you on land, especially.
Yep.
Water, much harder.
Yeah, so
I do wonder if you can do the same thing, though. Do that.
No.
Train. No?
No, because
Okay.
you'd have to get your chest out of the water. But
Got it. All right. It's basically because of the shockwave. That's the problem.
Yep.
If you spin a ball as you drop it, it flies. Number 13. I mean, it really flies. The Magnus effect. I think there's a video about that, too. Is that a video?
yeah, well, that's what
No,
keeps
I
a
don't think it is.
baseball in the air longer than it would, because normally things just go in a ballistic, but a baseball will go straight for a lot longer because the spin is actually creating lift.
Got it. I wonder why they're saying Magnus effect. It must be a little different with something that's spherical because lift is
Yeah. No,
specific.
the Magnus effect is that spinning lift, and
Okay.
it's just the guy who figured
Oh,
it out.
I see. Okay. A lot of these are named after people who figure stuff out.
Yeah.
All right, and that's that page we've shown. Okay, you can see that one eventually. That was really cool, the Pythagoras one. And we're on to 46 surprising science facts. I don't think I'll go into all of these, but this is a pretty fun page too. Maybe there's something in particular I can point out to you.
Well, the Earth is how many?
18 galactic years old.
Yeah, that's how many times the Earth has gone around the galaxy.
Since it was, I guess, born.
Yeah.
Although hard to tell when it's born, when it's got these different phases of being together, and then like which birth date are we talking about here for the Earth? All right, so let's see. Well, that's pretty cool. Number 6, in 1969, astronauts measured the changing distance from the moon to the sun by attaching mirrors to the moon's surface. And I think that's part of why they've discovered that it's slowly going
I think
away.
that's wrong. I think it's moon to the Earth. The distance between the moon and the Earth.
Moon and Earth, yes, I think you're right.
I think they wrote that wrong.
Yep, I think you're right.
Because, they put mirrors there to bounce light off of.
Yep.
To see how long it took.
I guess lasers, right?
Yeah.
They bounce lasers?
Yeah.
And I think they're kind of special mirrors with like a corner of a box.
Yeah.
So they can, no matter where they hit,
it'll bounce back.
Right. That's a good way to tell distances. Oh, I guess 5 is the thing I was thinking of. The distance between the moon and the Earth is always growing. The moon moves about 3.8 centimeters further away every year. And we've talked about that before. Someday we won't get a total solar eclipse because of that. They'll all be annular. So, what else is cool in here? I definitely think this is a good one to look at. Factretriever.com. And I'll grab that for you, too.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of stuff. And there's a lot of repeats in this, too. So, I don't want to go too crazy on you. Okay, so there's that link. Yeah, less than 20% of the ocean has been researched, mapped, or explored. That's amazing. Light can travel no deeper than 3,300 feet or 1,000 meters. That's pretty neat. Jellyfish have existed on Earth for over 500 million years.
And actually, that's wrong.
Oh.
Because not the jellyfish, the light in the water.
Oh.
Because it cuts out. It's kind of like a half-life. There's very little light that gets farther than that, because there are a lot of deep sea fish that have very faint lights on their belly, and that's so that they don't cast a shadow for things that are looking up. So,
I think this was neat. Hiccups may have derived from our waterborne ancestors who, like modern day amphibians, would have used air to push water through their gills. So I guess you come out to land and you cough out all the water, right?
Yeah.
So that you can breathe.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one too. Blue, green, and hazel eyes all exist thanks to a genetic mutation. Brown was the only eye color present in humans until about 6,000 years ago, which makes me wonder how they know that.
Mm-hmm.
Human brains have been getting smaller? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, yeah, I love this one. Penicillin was discovered by accident.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we kind of know that. On
just
yeah?
like crazy glue.
Oh, it was? Okay. And also stuff like cowpox helps us get to the modern vaccine, because a little bit of that would, injected into the body would help the antibodies grow and then prevent you from getting smallpox.
Well, they noticed that milkmaids had very smooth skin because they didn't
Yep.
get smallpox.
Right.
Because they dealt with cows a lot.
Oh, I love this one. Genetic theory was first developed using pea plants.
Yep.
Yep. Wheelbarrow was first invented in China. Eyeglasses were invented in the 13th century and were responsible for increasing humanity's combined IQ.
Because people could read and learn better.
Yep. Numbers are an invention. There is no innate ability within humans to identify a quantity. I don't know about that. Oh, time passes slower at higher elevations. Yep, it's only truly notable in space.
Yep. I like the 44 down there. 85% of all the stars in the Milky Way are red dwarfs.
Amazing, huh? How about this one? Number 40, human body is comprised of the same quantity of energy as 30 hydrogen bombs?
I think they mean as if full conversion of the mass.
I see. Okay. Oh, here you go, Dawn.
And that's about right. We actually calculated that out for D&D once.
Oh, no kidding.
It was relevant.
I see. I don't think I want to know. Here you go, Dawn. An MRI scan is a process of magnetic resolution imaging where radio waves help map water-containing tissues in the body. Kind of cool. All right, let's see. I have a few more of these. 29 ridiculous science facts that we illustrated. Oh, this is kind of fun. These guys. Oh, Vada Kedavra. We're going to kill these ads too. These guys actually. Oh, that's strange. It changes. They came up with over 100, but they only decided to illustrate 29 of them. And some of these illustrations are kind of wild. So let's see. The Aspidolus. Not gonna say that. All these lizards, the particular kind of lizards, are all females. There are no males, as they don't need them for reproduction.
Again, parthenogenesis.
Yeah. Oh, this is kind of wild. Some northern cardinals are half female, half male, with their bodies colored half red on the male side and brown on the female side. Oh, there's a volcano in Guatemala.
Plus those Vikings changed everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the blue eyes, I think is what he's talking
about. I see. Got it. There's a volcano in Guatemala that erupts every hour. It's been doing so for over a century. That's trippy. It's almost like the other one.
Well, like
Old Faithful.
Old Faithful, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is wild. Hyenas are more closely related to cats than dogs.
Yep.
And these images are just wild. I'll let you read that one. All right. So let's see. Did we get this one? I think we can grab this. You're gonna want to read some of these. I don't need to read them all to you. There you go. Should be a clickable link. And phobias are caused by memories passed down genetically from our ancestors. We kind of heard that before, but it's termed a little bit differently. World's fastest land animal ever recorded was a cheetah named Sarah. Oh, this is funny. Birds being voyeurs. I'm so hungry I can't hear myself think. I guess grasshoppers have ears on their stomachs.
Mhm.
And this is scallops have up to 200 eyes. Raccoons see with their hands. There's some good stuff in here. Oh, this poor guy. Charles Osborne spent 68 years of his life hiccuping. He died 1 year after they stopped. Crazy. Komodo dragon, I guess that's the same one. Well, no, they say they mate with their male offsprings. They're also capable of reproducing without males. All right, there's just a few more of those. Let me go ahead and see what's over here. 25 amazing science facts that are weird, wild, and true. I think we got ads here, so Avada Kedavra. Get rid of them. All right, anything stand out? Because some of these are repeats, so I don't think I need to go into every single one of them. Yep, we've seen that. Can dissolve. The human stomach can dissolve razor blades.
Chapter water.
Yep. I think that one's. Oh, the Earth's oxygen is produced by the ocean.
Most of it.
Basically,
yes.
yeah, the plankton.
Yep.
Magnetic field, we saw that. Oh, clouds can weigh 1 million pounds. Soil is full of life. Even in just 1 teaspoon of soil, there are more microorganisms than people on the planet. Millions of species and billions of organisms, bacteria, algae, microscopic insects, earthworms, beetles, ants, mites, fungi, and more. Isn't that amazing? They represent the greatest concentration of biomass anywhere on the planet. This is the ticklish rats. Bananas. Oh, here we go. This is the banana one. So I told my friend in Canada about this. Bananas are radioactive, but not very. You'd have to eat an awful lot. Oh, here it is. 10 million bananas in one sitting to die of banana-induced radiation poisoning.
I think you die of something else first.
I think so too.
Like exploding.
Yes.
But I mean, it's not like it matters too much because, there are several rocks. I mean, granite is radioactive.
Yes.
Hell, concrete is radioactive. Just not very. And anything that gives off alpha particles basically bounces off your skin, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Beta particles can dig a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
And of course, anything that gives off gamma rays goes right through you.
Hot water freezes faster than cold water. I guess there you can do the experiment. Try that out. That'd be fun to set that up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yep, there's the more trees on Earth. Humans have genes from other species.
Yes.
As many as 145 genes that have jumped from bacteria, fungi, other single-celled organisms. The mitochondria is basically a
well,
foreign
that's
invader.
something else, but that's something that we absorbed, just like plants absorbed chloroplasts.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, viruses chop and store chunks of DNA, and if they cross species, they can deposit some of that DNA in another species.
Okay, this one. Oh, but don't worry, humans have a lot of DNA. 3 billion base pairs. Oh, there's the diamond ones.
Yeah.
What else is in here? Oh, that's kind of fun. There were roughly 2.5 billion T-Rexes on Earth, but not all at the same time. There was a very successful run that the dinosaurs had.
Yep.
They were around much longer than we have been. There's the water can exist in 3 states at once. Helium can work against gravity.
Mm-hmm.
What's in here? Yeah, it can leak through cracks in between molecules in a container. Yeah, helium's pretty crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Second most abundant element of the universe, it may actually be harmful to the human body. One of the many problems with birthday balloons no one talks about. Can I give this link? Did I give this link? No. Let me grab this one too for you. Because I think you want to see these for yourself and dig into the links that they have.
Yeah, let's see. Do you have another one up there?
Yeah, I got a couple more screens. Solar flares, we talked about that. It's impossible to burp in space. I had no idea. Is that just in space or is that in a space
Microgravity.
craft?
It's a microgravity thing.
Oh, okay. All right. In the absence of gravity, the gas cannot separate from the liquids and solids in your gut, I take it, right?
Right.
Great. Let's see. Plastic can end up as vanilla flavoring? That's kind of crazy. Genetically engineered bacteria. I think I'll get mine from vanilla beans. Yep, we talked about that. The bacteria. This is a sex-linked chromosome. Men are more likely to be colorblind than women, and something like 25% men versus 2% women. That's a pretty big difference.
I wonder if seeing colors might hinder hunting.
Oh.
But if women were doing most of the plant picking, you'd really want to know the different colors of plants to be able to distinguish them.
Yeah, and there's one, I think it's a little bit later on. I don't think it's in this particular tab. And I've met somebody like that who has, instead of the 3 color receptors in her eye, she has 4, which makes it like an amazing amount of colors that you can see and variables within colors too. She's written on Facebook, and it's just fascinating. She's a Facebook friend. I don't actually know her in person. We have no idea what most of the universe looks like. About 96% is made up of dark matter and dark energy, which are undetectable.
Or just too far away for the light to have reached us. And they don't talk about that part.
Some scientists believe that this is because the particles that make up these substances don't interact with regular matter or light. Oh, bats don't get sick. Yep, we've known about that for a while.
Yeah.
From most viruses.
Basically, they have a pretty high body temperature. That's what protects a lot of carrion eaters.
Got it. Except for rabies. They can get rabies.
Yeah. It rarely kills them, though, which means that they can live longer and spread it more.
So they can be carriers more. Okay. Beer is twice as fizzy as champagne. So when you break out the bubbly, you might want to say which one. Humans are capable of producing venom. How crazy is that? Believe it or not, while humans do not currently produce venom, technically we could. In fact, all reptiles and mammals have that capability. Now, that brings to mind the one, was it a Twilight Zone? Where he would react, and I think
his body would.
Yeah, one of the things
it
was
wasn't Twilight
venom.
Zone. It was.
I figured you'd remember.
It was another one of the anthologies, and it was done in the 80s.
Okay.
80s or 90s. I think it was 80s, and
it was very interesting.
It was a redo of an earlier anthology of a black and white anthology series, and yeah, they had a number of interesting episodes.
So that it may have been possible.
What's the other one that Rod Serling used to voice?
Night Gallery?
No, okay, no, it wasn't that. So it was something else.
All right, and so I got a couple more science focus. 101 random facts. I'm not going to go through these because you could do that, and I'm going to Avada Kedavra, so it's easier to read. If you're looking to impress your friends, kids, and families with random fun facts and weird and wonderful trivia, you've come to the right place. Below, you can find 101 interesting facts that will reshape how you see our world and far, far beyond. All right. So lots of these are the same. Oh, okay. Giraffes are 30 times more likely to get hit by lightning than people.
Especially if one's standing next to you.
Identical twins don't have the same fingerprints.
Yep.
Oh, we're actually slowing down. The rotation's slowing down.
Yep.
Okay, that sounds creepy. Your brain is constantly eating itself. Oh, but it's normal. Phago, that word. It consumes smaller cells or molecules to remove them from the system. Don't worry. It isn't harmful. Actually helps preserve your gray matter. Oh, okay. That's a good one. Cosmic latte. That's a hell of a name. Animals can experience time different from humans. Water might not be wet. What? Oh, that's just gross. Number 10. Let me get you this link so you can wow your friends. All right. Ready? There it is. Anything else in here that we just gotta read to you? I've known about this one for a long time. Wearing a tie can reduce blood flow to the brain. Very long word. It's 36 letters.
Yeah, that number 12 would explain a lot of upper management.
They talk about the world's oldest dog and cat. Sun makes a sound, but we can't hear it. Mount Everest isn't the tallest mountain on Earth. Okay, so they're the Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa in Hawaii. But most of it's under the water, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there it is.
Well, and even of the ones that are on Earth, it's not even the ones that are all above water, it's not the tallest.
Oh, I thought it was.
There's a K something that is actually taller. I think that one's in Africa.
Okay. There's a bunch of stuff about octopuses in these facts. Maps. Uh-oh. NASA genuinely faked part of the moon landing. Well, it was more about when they came back, this quarantine protocol. It was for show.
Yep.
Comets smell like rotten eggs.
Yep.
The poles are moving. Yep. You can actually die laughing. Yikes. Yeah, remember to breathe if you're laughing. Did we get a comment? It looked like we did.
Oh, yeah. No rabies and lots of other diseases in Australia and New Zealand. Yeah.
Wait, there's no rabies in Australia and New Zealand?
Nope.
But there's all kinds of other stuff?
Yeah.
Check this out. Chainsaws were first invented for childbirth? Oh, my God.
Well, Cliff, imagine what some of those animals would be like if they caught rabies.
You don't need rabies there. Ants don't have lungs? Oh, my God. Okay. Snails have teeth. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is that room. Microsoft's anechoic chamber is negative 20.6 decibels. So you can get minus decibels. Horses normally more than a horsepower. Mm-hmm. Signature can reveal personality traits. Yep. Okay. Bananas are radioactive. No such thing as a straight line. Oh, this is wild. Deaf people are known to use sign language in their sleep.
Huh, didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's actually like fluently. Using fluent sign language in this person. Studies of a 71-year-old man with rapid eye movement disorder and severe hearing impairment showed him using fluent sign language in his sleep. So they get an idea of what he was dreaming.
Mm-hmm. Or what he was saying in the dream.
Yeah. Hippos can't swim. I'm going to let you look up the rest of those, folks. And it kind of made me think about this site as a... oh, no, you know what? I know it. It's a different site. There's one of these, and they talked about this huge... it's a...
moth or butterfly?
It's a butterfly. Queen Alexandria's birdwing, the biggest wingspan of any butterfly. So I had to look it up. I'm like, I want to see what that looks like. There it is.
31 centimeters.
31 centimeters. And that's from Papua New Guinea and Indonesia. So that's somewhere in the mix down here. Must be... oh, there you go. Cliffs.
Yeah. Moon
looks upside down in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah. Well, that butterfly obviously developed on an island where they don't have cats.
Yes. All right. So, yeah, this is the one. It had some weird science facts, but I really thought this might be a good website for some other things that we could do an episode on. Out of ordinary animals? That's kind of cool. So let's see if there's anything important and interesting that we got to share here. Moon's gradually moving away. Honey never spoils. Bananas are radioactive. There's a lot of the same things. Oh, I think the octopus has 3 hearts. One is in here. Yeah, 3 hearts, which is kind of wild.
Mm-hmm.
But they're kind of fascinating creatures anyway, octopi are. And they talk about the Eiffel Tower can be taller in the summer. That makes a certain amount of sense. Oh, ha! The smell of freshly cut grass is a plant distress call. It smells so good, though.
You know, and here's the thing. You have to wonder, what's the point of a distress call? Who are they expecting to come to the rescue? Well, actually, predators.
Huh?
Think about it. You make a big smell.
Yeah.
When something eats the plants, predators prey on herbivores. You let
Ah,
predators know that there's an herbivore nearby.
I see. That's kind of fascinating, that process. There's enough gold to coat the earth in 1.5 feet. It's at the center of the earth, though. Good luck getting it.
Mhm.
Probably easier to get it from somewhere else. Oh, there's the eye color thing. Nope, here it is. Some people can see more shades of color than others. Human color vision relies on 3 types of color receptors called cones, which enable most people to perceive a broad spectrum of colors. However, a small fraction of individuals, known as tetrachromats, possess a 4th type of cone. This unique characteristic endows them with the ability to perceive an even wider range of colors and subtle nuances in the visual world. Tetrachromacy is a rare genetic trait, and our understanding remains incomplete, but illuminates the remarkable variability in human perceptual abilities.
Well, and it's very likely that it's sex linked, because I can't imagine men having it, because, you know, a guy looks at something and he says it's blue, and then there's a couple women. Is it robin's egg blue, or oh, for crying out loud, it's blue.
So it's fascinating, though, because it says here they may see colors that are imperceptible to most of us, offering a glimpse into the complex and multifaceted nature of human vision. And this woman definitely talks about how she sees things. She can't even describe it, but she had a picture that kind of gives you the idea. It was kind of super luminal type of image. But yeah, Janie's got a comment.
Oh. Thanks for all the fun and fascinating science facts and fallacies. It's always entertaining us. Yeah. Rip. R.I.P. Dame Maggie Smith. Yes.
Yes. Glad you were here for this. All right. Anything else in here? Bacteria. We talked about that. Oh, a day on Venus is longer than its year. Isn't that something? The rotation. So it takes longer to rotate once around. So it's basically tidally locked, it sounds like.
Yeah, not quite, but almost.
Yeah.
Oops.
Do we have another?
No, I just had forgotten to pull hers off. I basically clicked the wrong spot to remove, to pull it off of the.
I'm really liking the Science Sensei site because, I mean, look at this. There's a bunch of new ones. The world's oldest known creature is a 5,000-year-old seagrass meadow. And this is under the ocean. Oops, I had a picture up here. Pictures are at the top of these.
Yeah.
That's something. And there's the bananas. Nope, here's the bananas share 50% of their DNA. Humans share 50% of their DNA with bananas. We share a lot of DNA with all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's impossible to hum more than a couple of seconds while holding your nose. Oh, I think this is, the fungus. The largest living thing is a fungus that covers 2,200 acres.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh, and this is, what is this? Oh, this is a metal that's so reactive it can explode when exposed to water. This is cesium.
Mm-hmm.
Cesium. And we've seen some of the other pictures where they put the metal into the water, and this one would actually explode.
Yeah, burst. A lot of things burst into flame when you, like potassium does.
Yep.
And sodium does.
Undergoes a violent reaction, producing hydrogen gas and enough heat to ignite the hydrogen, resulting in a fiery explosion. Stored and handled with great care.
Yes. Basically in oil.
Yeah. Oh, what's that? The speed of light is not constant. What?
Yeah. No. It's fastest in a vacuum and slower depending on the medium that it's going through.
Yes, yes. All right. And I guess they do talk about black holes in there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, a teaspoon of a neutron star would weigh about 6 billion tons.
Mm-hmm.
Which seems weird to me. I was like, once you get it out of a teaspoon, does it actually still weigh that much? I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. You pull it away from the gravity of the neutron star and it would probably explode.
I can see that, yeah. Oh, it looks like Pluto. A day on Pluto is just 6.4 Earth days long. Not as long as Venus. Oh, that looks good. Earth's core is hotter than the surface of the sun. That's pretty cool. Cats can make over 100 different sounds. Oh, another jellyfish. Ah, the immortal part. Yep. Yeah. They can revert back to their polyp. Oh, 42 folds. There's no way to fold paper 42 times. But if you could, I guess it would reach the moon.
Yeah, it's the doubling issue.
Got it. Oh, what's this one? I forget. Oh, you shed about 40 pounds of skin in your lifetime. There's the room. The negative decibels room. So quiet you can hear your own organs working. I guess it makes people crazy, though, if they stay too long.
Mm-hmm.
Hallucinations and overwhelming sense of quietness provides valuable insights for research in fields like audiology and psychology. Oh, what's this one? Oh, the smell has a name. The smell of rain has a name. Sorry. Petrichor. Quantum entanglement. Good stuff. Allows for instantaneous communication across vast distances. So we came up with a lot of new ones on this page.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. 20 watts of electrical power? Wow. What's this one? Oh, the magnetic field. Okay, there is a pole reversal on Earth. Earth's magnetic field is shifting. It's a pole reversal on the horizon.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
More possibilities in a game of chess than atoms in the observable universe?
Yep.
What?
So many different pieces, and then it's the doubling issue.
Yeah, some rocks actually move. Well, not on their own. I think they figured that out finally.
Yep.
They get blown around when it freezes, because sometimes it will freeze in this area. The wind will allow them to skate across that surface.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool stuff. What's this one? Oh, butter toast tends to land butter side down. Oh, you might be able to file this in your useless information drawer.
Well, the theoretical perpetual motion machine to generate electricity.
What? Okay.
Tape a slice of toast with butter on the top of it to the back of a cat. Then drop it. The cat wants to do feet down. The toast wants to do butter down. So they'll continuously spin.
I see.
Forever.
Okay. Just sort of hangs there in midair and
yeah,
rotates around. But how do you harness that power?
You stick them on a shaft and rotate it.
Oh, okay. So this is actually provable.
Yep, in a vacuum, yeah.
In a vacuum, all objects fall at the same rate, no matter their mass. Now, you have to get somewhere that's a vacuum. But there's a very good video about this. I think it was the guy Cliff knows. Yeah, I think I saw a video somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is about the ear. Smallest bone. Yep, in the ear. Damn, Mars is only about 24.6 hours long. So it's kind of similar to the day on Earth. But over JPL, they actually have like days rotating that are Mars time. So those people will work on Mars days. Kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. And the human
they
body.
They call them a soul. There. Known as a soul.
Yeah. People can adjust to it fairly easily. It then just makes conversion between Earth date and Mars date.
Yeah. That's the hard part. There was something about cows making friends in here too somewhere.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of animals that do the magnetism thing. Okay. An adult human is made up of approximately 7 octillion atoms. I think that's Olympus Mons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Largest volcano. Oh, it's not about on Mars. Yeah. Largest volcano is on Mars.
Yep.
Olympus Mons. Ooh, that's pretty. 3 state. The water can exist in 3 states simultaneously. I think that is a whole different thing. All right. Again, this website looks pretty interesting. I'm thinking we look for other ideas here for. Oh, that's crazy. That zombie thing. And I have to give this one a mention because these really are ridiculous. The 10 most ridiculous scientific studies. They are truly ridiculous. I think this got too many ads. Avada Kedavra. And I'm just going to go quick because these are... Oh, okay, let's see. Study shows beneficial effect of electric fans in extreme heat and humidity. Study shows benefits of higher quality screening colonoscopies. You want to read these. These are just bizarre. Holding on to the blues. Depressed individuals may fail to decrease sadness.
No kidding. That's what depression is called.
Quitting smoking after a heart attack reduces chest pain, improves quality of life. Yeah, these are just crazy studies. What? Being homeless is bad for your health. Yes. The more you live under democracy, the more likely you want to live under democracy. That's pretty cool. Okay. Statistical analysis reveals Mexican drug war increased homicide rates. Yeah, we got to click.
Well, the thing about war increasing killing,
Seems natural enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Cliff says they
Oh.
did it on the moon. Fell at the same.
I didn't know they
time
did
and
that
rate.
on the moon too.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think that was it.
Yep.
So scientists discover a difference between the sexes. Yay! Anyway, I just thought that was crazy. Give it an honorable mention. Yeah, not so honorable, but so there's some wild and crazy stuff out there.
Yep.
What else do we got here? Oh, we got to do the ephemera.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that was it, wasn't it?
Yep.
So that's what I got for you tonight. I mean, there's plenty more, but
yeah. And
yeah,
Anton talked about the Ig Nobel awards.
they've been around for a long
Look
time.
them up. You can find lists of them and descriptions of what the award was for.
He says it kind of funny though. I kept sitting there going, he means ignoble. Ignoble.
Yeah.
Okay. But there were some interesting things in there.
And
like
they've been doing those prizes for a long time. And some of them are like, what the?
Yeah, some of them, I thought it was mostly they were just like bad. Like,
well, yeah, a lot of times you look at them and go, yes, your tax dollars at work. Okay, some stellar events this week, September 27th through October 4th. Globe at Night continues and it runs through the October 3rd. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, look for Cygnus or Pegasus. And if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, look for Sagittarius or Grus. You take a look at, what's that?
Dawn says, thanks for watching Crazy Science. You're welcome.
Take a look at the night sky, take a picture and report it in the Globe at Night app. And they'll use that for doing, I think making dark sky maps, but it is very important for figuring out where light pollution is.
Yeah.
September 29th, Regulus is 3.0 degrees south of the moon.
I wonder if that's pretty far away. I don't think there'll be an occultation for that one.
No. September 30th, Mercury is in superior conjunction. October 1st, moon is on the equator. October 2nd, the new moon, and this one is an annular solar eclipse.
A busy day on October 2nd.
Yeah. Now, good luck seeing it unless you're in Hawaii or on a boat, because it's visible along a path through the South Pacific and southernmost South America. It's a partial eclipse from Hawaii. So it kind of, I think the curve of it does miss Australia in the South Pacific. I think it just kind of curves and then loops into South America.
And annular it's basically got a ring, right?
Right, yeah. The moon is also at apogee and is at descending node.
Busy day for the moon on the 2nd.
Yeah, because also the moon and Mercury are in conjunction.
Mm-hmm.
October 4th is our Friday night show, and we have a guest. Stay tuned to learn more. Find us Fridays at 9 p.m. Pacific time on the Everyday Spacer Facebook page and the Everyday Spacer YouTube channel.
What inspires you the most for the coming week? So if you or someone you know has done something interesting involving space exploration, science, astronomy, where do you want to come back, Dawn? We'd love to share our life. Join us again next Friday, October 4th, when Sadie Hoffman plans to join us. Sadie is from the Red Shift Wrangler Project. She will tell us about getting involved with the project and offer some updates.
Then we might learn a little bit more about Zooniverse itself from someone who's played with it. from the inside.
Really looking forward to talking to Sadie on Friday. Have a great week. Yep. All right. Thanks so much, Cliff.
See
You
Cliff.
too. Let's do a quick
And Dawn.
shout out to Cliff and Dawn
And
and Janie. What happened to Scott tonight?
I think that's all for
busy.
tonight.
He must be busy.
Yep.
Thanks so much. You always make it a much better show than it would have been without you. Anything else from you?
Nope.
I'm good for tonight. Have a great week, folks.
Okay.
And let's find the button. We'll see you next Friday.
Push the button.
Good night.